everyone. Welcome back to Speak Power Daily. I'm Charlotte.
And I'm Nick. Happy to be here as always.
So, today we're talking about something that honestly comes up in almost every conversation, whether you're at work, with friends, or just texting someone.
Oh, I think I know where this is going.
Probably. We're talking about how to talk about your day, like describing your daily routine, what you did, how it went.
Which sounds simple, but I remember when I was learning Spanish, this was honestly one of the hardest things for me.
Really? Why is that?
Because it's not just vocabulary, it's like timing. You have to think about when things happened, in what order, and just describe it smoothly without stopping every 2 seconds.
That's such a good point, actually. It's one thing to know the words wake up or commute, but stringing it all together in real time is different.
Exactly. And people usually ask this in different ways, too. Like, how was your day? Or, what did you do today? Or even just, busy day?
Right, and depending on the question, your answer changes a little. So let's start with the basics. Waking up.
Okay, so the most common one is just, I woke up around 7. Or, if you're not a morning person like me, I dragged myself out of bed.
Dragged myself out of bed. I love that one. It's so visual. You can literally imagine it.
It's very accurate for me most days, honestly.
Same, especially on Mondays. And then after that, you might say, I got ready, or I got dressed and had a quick breakfast.
Or, if you're rushing, I grabbed a coffee and ran out the door.
Oh, that's such a real sentence. Ran out the door, meaning you left in a hurry.
Yeah, happens to me more often than I'd like to admit.
I feel like everyone has one of those mornings at least once a week.
At least. Okay, so then, getting to work or school. I commuted, or I took the bus, or it took me about 20 minutes to get there.
And if traffic was bad, you could say, traffic was awful this morning, or I got stuck in traffic.
Oh, stuck in traffic. Such a useful phrase. You can use stuck for so many situations, actually. Stuck in traffic, stuck at work, stuck in a meeting.
True. Stuck basically means you're unable to leave or move forward, and it works in a lot of contexts.
Right. So once you're actually at work, you might describe your morning like, I had a bunch of meetings, or it was pretty quiet, actually, nothing much happening.
And if it was busy, I barely had time to breathe, which is a fun exaggeration.
I've said that one a lot lately, actually.
Oh no, rough week?
Kind of, yeah. We had a big project deadline, so it was just back-to-back meetings, basically.
Ugh, I hate those days.
Me too. But hey, it's over now, so that's something.
True, that's the spirit.
Anyway, so once you're past the morning rush, people usually talk about lunch, right? Like a quick way to describe that part of the day.
Yeah, definitely. You could say something simple like, I had lunch with a coworker, or I just grabbed something quick at my desk.
Oh, grab something quick. That phrase again. It really shows up everywhere in English, doesn't it?
It really does. Grab is one of those words learners should just memorize early on, honestly. Grab lunch, grab a coffee, grab your stuff.
It's basically get, but a little more casual.
Exactly. And if lunch was kind of a break from a stressful morning, you might say, it was nice to finally sit down for a bit.
Oh, that's real. Sometimes lunch isn't even about the food, it's just about sitting down.
Truly. So after lunch, people usually describe the afternoon a little differently. Like, the afternoon dragged on if it felt slow.
Or the opposite, the afternoon flew by if you were busy or things went quickly.
Right. And we mentioned flew by before, too. It's such a flexible phrase. Time flew by, the weekend flew by, the meeting flew by.
It's funny how English has so many ways to talk about time feeling fast or slow.
It really does. Okay, So, what about after work? Like transitioning from work life to personal life?
Right, so you might say, I finished up around 6, or I wrapped up work a little early today.
Oh, wrapped up. That's a great one. It just means finishing something, like tying it off neatly.
Yeah, exactly. And then depending on your evening, you could say, I headed straight home, or I stopped by the gym on my way back.
Stopped by is useful too, meaning a quick visit somewhere on the way to another place.
Right, like, I stopped by the store to grab some groceries.
See, there's grab again.
It's everywhere, I swear.
It really is. Okay, so once you're home, people usually describe what they did to relax or just unwind after the day.
Yeah, like, I made dinner and just watched some TV, or I called a friend and caught up for a bit.
Oh, caught up. That's a nice one too. It means talking about what's been happening since you last spoke.
Right, like, we hadn't talked in a while, so we caught up on everything.
Exactly. And if your evening was low key, you might just say, I didn't do much, just relaxed.
Which, honestly, some nights, that's exactly what you need.
Couldn't agree more. Actually, that's kind of how my evening went yesterday.
Oh yeah? What'd you do?
Nothing exciting. Just ordered some food and watched a couple of episodes of that show I've been into lately.
Ah, the one you keep mentioning?
Yes, that one. I'm a little obsessed, I'll admit it.
Okay, wait, now I'm curious. What happens in the show? You've mentioned it like 3 times now, and I still don't really know what it's about.
Okay, I won't get into it, we'll be here all day. But basically, it's about this family running a restaurant, and it's just really dramatic for no reason.
That sounds exactly like the kind of show you'd love.
Excuse me, I have great taste.
I never said you didn't, I just said it sounds dramatic.
Okay, fair. It is very dramatic. Anyway, where were we?
Talking about evenings, I think, winding down after the day.
Right. So, besides watching TV or calling someone, some people like to exercise in the evening instead of the morning,
True, that's actually when I usually go running, if I go at all.
if I go at all. I like the honesty there.
Well, some days motivation just doesn't show up, you know?
Oh, completely understandable. So, you might say, I went for a run to clear my head, which is a nice phrase meaning you exercised to relax mentally, not just physically.
Right, or I did a quick workout before bed, if it was shorter.
And if you skipped it entirely, you could just say, I was too tired, so I just crashed on the couch.
Oh, crashed. That's such a good word. It really captures that feeling of just collapsing after a long day.
Exactly. It's more expressive than just saying, I sat down.
True. Okay, so what about people who study or have other responsibilities in the evening, like kids or errands?
Good point. Not everyone's evening is just relaxing. You might say, I helped my kids with homework, or I had to run a few errands before it got too late.
Or if you had something to prepare for the next day, I got everything ready for tomorrow, which is such a satisfying feeling, honestly.
Oh, so satisfying. Like laying out your clothes or packing your bag the night before.
Exactly. Future you will thank you.
Future me rarely thanks me for anything, but I try.
Honestly. I always think I'll do it and then I don't.
Story of my life. Okay, so eventually, the day winds down, and people usually describe going to bed in a few common ways.
Right, like, I stayed up a little later than I should have, which, let's be honest, happens to basically everyone.
Constantly. Or the opposite. I went to bed early for once, which almost sounds like an achievement.
It really does feel like one sometimes.
It really does.
So, okay, let's put it all together now, like we did last time. A quick example of describing a full day.
Ooh, yes, let's do it. Okay, I'll go first. So, today was kind of a mess, honestly. I dragged myself out of bed, got stuck in traffic on the way to work, and then had back-to-back meetings all morning.
Rough start.
Very rough. But then I grabbed lunch with a coworker, which helped a bit, and the afternoon actually flew by. I wrapped up around 6, stopped by the store, and just crashed on the couch once I got home.
See, that's a full day, start to finish. And it's not complicated at all.
Exactly. Just simple sentences connected naturally.
And notice how it's not just a list either. There's a little bit of feeling in there. Rough start. Helped a bit. That's what makes it sound real.
Right. You're not just saying what happened, you're saying how it felt.
Which, honestly, is the part learners often skip. They focus so much on the actions, woke up, went to work, came home, that they forget to add any reaction.
Totally agree. Even just adding, which was nice, or which was exhausting, makes such a big difference.
It really does. It turns a list into a story.
Exactly. So, if you're listening today and thinking about how to describe your own day, don't worry about making it sound perfect.
Right. Just focus on the order of things and throw in a few of these phrases we mentioned. Dragged myself out of bed. Stuck in traffic. Flew by. Crashed on the couch.
All great ones to start practicing with.
Honestly, I think the best way to practice is just to actually try it tonight. When someone asks how your day was, don't just say good or fine.
Right. Give them a little detail. Even one small sentence makes a difference.
Exactly. It's a small habit, but it really adds up over time.
It really does. All right, well, that's it for today's episode.
Thanks so much for listening, everyone.
We'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.